Hi everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to make the DIY Guess Who board template. For the assembly instructions you'll have to go to clarkscondense.com and you can also find the written instructions for this as well. First you'll start by selecting the square from your shapes, and I would make this about 11.5 inches wide to start with, and then as soon as you get it, so about 11.5. As soon as you get it to that, I would change the color just to something a little lighter. It's a little easier to work with. Next, you will again select the square shape, but this time you'll press the unlock button and you will make it into a rectangle about that size. You're going to have 6 go across and 4 go down, so you may want to adjust this if it doesn't seem to be fitting, but that looks like it'll be the right size. So then just press the lock button and then press select this item, and then you can copy it and then paste. So you'll do 6 of these to go across the top row. You'll copy and paste it 6 times or 5 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and do that first, like that. You can adjust the size if you feel like it doesn't fit right, but that looks like it fits great. So then I'm going to go ahead and select all of these 6 rectangles. I'm going to copy and then paste. And this is just so I don't have to individually copy each one. So you're going to do 4 rows. This makes 24 pieces for your board. And these are the rectangles for the pieces of wood for the game board. Let's see. Okay, next you can write Guess Who board at the bottom, or just Guess Who. And you can use whatever font you want, but I just use the Cricut Sans. That's just the standard one, and I feel like it's easy to read. I used glitter vinyl for this when I printed it, or when I cut it. And then next you're going to upload your images. So what I first did was I went to picmonkey.com, which is a website I like for photo editing, but you can use any photo editor that you want that has a cropping tool. And I uploaded the individual image I wanted, and I cropped it down to a rectangle. I like a vertical rectangle. And then I clicked on the upload button and press upload image. I don't have any on my computer currently, but you'll just press browse, you'll upload your image, and you'll select it as a complex image. You won't edit any of the background, and then when you get to the part where it's either print and cut or a cut file, you will select the print image option. But here's one of the images that I already did, one of my nieces. So I will put that on here and adjust it. You want it to be a little bit smaller than the rectangle that is already in here, because you'll print these images, and they will go, you'll print them onto the printable vinyl, and they'll go on the piece of wood. So after you do that, you'll just repeat that process with all of your image until everything is on here nice and how you want them, arranged how you want them. And then you'll press select all and group. Actually, before you do that part, you'll want to make sure that these images, it should already show up as print, but if not, just double check. But you want to make sure these are print and that the squares in the background are cut. So once you do that, you just select everything and you press group, and now you're ready to cut. So now you'll just press make it. You'll do 2 project copies, and you'll just make sure that everything is on here how you want it. It should show that this is print and cut, and then it will have all of the rectangles here. For mine, I used balsa wood, and I could only do 1 row at a time of the rectangles. So I just went through and I clicked on the images, all of the rectangles below that first row, and I pressed move to another mat, and so I created another mat for that next row. There might be an easier way to do this, but that's just how I did it. So I made 3 more mats with these 4 rows, and that's just because of how my balsa wood was cut. So after you have all of that, you'll just press continue. And I don't have my machine set up right now, but you'll do the print and cut. It'll go to your printer, and then you'll cut it on your Cricut machine. And then you'll just adjust the settings like you would normally do for a project. After you have cut out all of your materials, you'll go ahead and start to assemble the project, which you can find the instructions for on Clark's Condensed. Just search for DIY Guess Who board. I hope that this was helpful. Feel free to ask me any questions that you might have. Also on the post, it will go into more detail with more screenshots. So if you need just a refresher and you don't want to watch the video, or you find any of the video confusing, hopefully the written instructions will help.